slick, she don't know that occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley twisting away. And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete. Jones pass. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They'll take over.
So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Barkley. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
3rd and inches.
Operating from the gun, Jones. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On 4th down, Joe Judge going to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, twisting away. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield flushed out right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over
first quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Shaq Barrett. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, Jones. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
To Sterling Shepard.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Saquon Barkley, the Giant ball carrier. He was brought down by Josh Sweat. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Following the field goal on is Riley Dixon to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Johnson.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
He's checking. Crash. Pistol.
On second down, it's Jones. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Third and long for Mayfield. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 5.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. On the run, it's Barkley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First down, Mayfield. He sets up the screen to Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 21
lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A field goal the difference, a tight one through 2 quarters, and we are back and underway for the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Run. Check. Up, left. Right there.
Throwing, Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. O'Shane Ximines. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Gay's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. First down Giants, Jones to Ingram. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
36-yard line.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the gun, Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 15.
play action. Jones. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. All 9 points for them coming via the field goal, and this last one puts them out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. O'Shane Ximines able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
Mayfield's
a good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
13 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's checking
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Trying to lay one up. And it's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Strip the ball.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown.
Buccaneers.
O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Mayfield with it once more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
2 yards.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Giants' 1st down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final minute. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Giants 16, Buccaneers 12.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score, Giants